Right. Right then. Merry Christmas.
Hello.
So good to see so many people in the comments already. So thank you so much for joining us. It's always awesome to have you here. As you can see, Paul's very happy about having your little hat on, aren't you?
That's one of my favourite hats ever.
So we're going to just go through the comments.
I'm going to see if I can do this for the whole 60 minutes.
Yeah, because that would be very annoying, would it? Anyway, so if you've got any questions for us, please.
He's falling off already. Anyway, if you've got any questions for us, please just write question. I think that's what she's trying to say.
I am. Write question in capitals so we can pick it out, because lots of comments go very fast, and obviously everyone's chatting with each other, which we love. So please don't stop doing that. And we'll say hello to everyone as we're going through. We've also got a few things that I must remember on my pad that I would like to bring up. So let's start then. And first in this morning was Peter Blacksland, who said, good morning from board in Queen Elizabeth today for our Christmas voyage to Australia and New Zealand. So how awesome is that? So I'm sure, Peter, you're on board now, or it's the middle of the night there now, I would have thought, wouldn't it? Or about 6 a.m. maybe in Australia. What are you doing? Dad, you got smelly feet.
He's got smelly feet, hasn't he?
I got a wonky stick.
Sorry?
I said stick.
Oh.
It's fallen off, I think. Anyway, hopefully it'll last for the production.
The production.
Will from the Shire's here, so it was lovely to see Will. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, it's Christmas week, so hopefully you're all ready for Christmas. We're sort of ready, aren't we? Not that we tend to plan very much, but I think we're ready to go, would you say?
No.
What do you mean no?
We got a leg of lamb in the fridge and nothing else apart from alcohol. So yeah, we are actually.
We've got a bit of cheese.
I take it all back. We are.
That's true.
We got 6 bags of spurious, cheesy puff type things that are Lidl's equivalent to Quavers, a bit of cheese, and a pot noodle.
Yeah.
So we're all good.
Penelope just saying she finally made it live, just to wish everyone the best Christmas and 2024. Happy cruising all. Yes. Cruising for once here. And Rose is here. So Rose has just received one of our sweatshirts from our shop, and it fits perfectly, and she's really happy with the quality. So if you don't know, we've got a little shop now with some of our merchandise in. So do check in the description below. And thank you to everyone that's bought something so far. We've got things that we're going to add in. We've got some more samples that come in today. Another sample, for example, is a water bottle and different bits and bobs. And then we're going to go on to, oh yes, another Christmas bauble that's made of ceramic, which is lovely. But I don't know if we'll be able to get that ready for this Christmas because it's on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, if you order now, you'll definitely get it before Christmas.
2024.
Yes.
No, but anyway, so thanks, Rose. And Rose is, we're doing a meetup with our patrons and YouTube members in London in January. So we're all going to wear our sweatshirts, aren't we? So that'd be cool. And her mocktail of the day today is Aperini Spritz.
Aperini.
Yesterday it was Bellini, because we did our members live yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, we did. It was a peach Bellini.
Nola says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Nola. And Gillian's made it ready for Christmas live. Merry Christmas, everyone. And Barbara's saying Merry Christmas to all Paul and Carole fans. How lucky we are we? Second live chat this week for patrons. It is. So let's have a whiz down to the first question. Let's see where we can spot question. So Kevin B saying, is it true PNC will give a free group cruise out to one of the viewers as a Christmas present because I feel like a wiener today?
Well, Kevin, if you believe that, you are a wiener.
We had the giggles about wiener yesterday, didn't we?
Sadly not.
No. Cheers all. Hope you got your...
Yeah, we're not giving away anything.
Cheers. I hope you got your drinks in hand for a Merry Christmas cheers. Hawks Travels here, so Jim and Dwayne, lovely to see you here. Evening all. And Catherine's also here, wishing you both a very Merry Christmas, Happy Healthy New Year. We've loved following your travels and look forward to seeing what 2024 brings. Watching this while wrapping presents. Well, 2023 was epic. you know, we did so much, and I think the highlight for us, I think, was the Alaska and Canada tour, our transatlantic on Queen Mary 2. But we did so much more as well, didn't we, earlier in the year? So, but 2024 already is getting very exciting, because today we booked the second piece of a puzzle for our Asia trip. And if it all comes together, I think we'll be doing every type of transport, won't we? Planes, trains.
Are we doing rickshaw?
Yeah, we are. No, we are. Serious, you don't. So, Paul doesn't. I booked something today with Dan, but Dan's our travel agent has been amazing, and he's been doing so much research. And I'm going to just take that off the screen because it's hiding my face.
No, put it back on.
And he is so patient, because I've got all these ideas. My brain is just full of ideas of what we want to do with a trip, and it's like a big jigsaw puzzle trying to put things together. And he's been so patient with me. And Paul just said, "Do you know what? You just come up with what you want to do, and let's see if it works." It worked for this year, didn't it?
It works really well for me, because instead of her chewing my ear off for 17 hours, what do you think of this idea? What do you think of that idea? She does it to Dan. So it's great. And then I get to, apart from my phone going bing, bing, bing every minute of every hour of every day, and it's her and Dan.
Yes.
Other than that, it's been pretty good.
For those of you...
And what makes me laugh is I've been out and done a bit of stuff today. I picked our camper back up because it's been MOT'd and serviced, because we're actually going away in the camper next week, yeah, for New Year's, which is how crazy is that, going away in the camper in Britain for New Year's Eve. So that could be entertaining, could be quite epic. And my phone's constantly binging, so of course I'm looking, and I get on cast, like, guess what? And it's like, yeah, I know, mate. I've seen all the messages, everyone. We both get the messages. Yeah, but I want to tell you again. It's like, oh, God.
Anyway, for those that you knew,
but it was pretty good.
New here or that are watching, we have obviously a lot of you, over 200 people watching normally for our lives, around about 200, and then about 3,000 of people watch it afterwards. So for those that you are joining afterwards, if you don't know who Dan is, Dan's our travel agent. He's amazing, and if you want to use him too, his details are in the description below. But anyway, let's get to the next question.
Hey, but more importantly, he isn't just a good travel agent. He's a good buyer of cider.
Yes.
Other ciders are available, but they won't be as good as these. Hashtag Thatchers.
Exactly. Today I sent out our sort of, we have a newsletter from our, that we send to everyone that signs up on our website. So if you want to catch up with us, we just send one out once a month of what we've been up to, and obviously what our plans are as well. So just check out our website and sign up for our newsletter. And I sent a Merry Christmas one out today, and we had so many lovely emails back. So thank you all who took the time to send the emails back and told us what a pleasure it was, obviously, watch our videos and what joy we bring, which is makes our hearts melt, doesn't it, really, Annie? But also it was Morris that said that he's now, because of Paulie, stopped drinking bitter and drinking cider, and he's trying lots of different ones, isn't he? And he's currently on Cromptons. Was it Cromptons?
Cromptons. I think it's called Crompton.
Yeah. Your brother drinks that, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. But Paulie's obviously a Thatcher's Gold man.
I got to sort of, in case anybody does ask, I'm going to put it out there now. My top 3 would be Thatcher's Gold in at number 1. I do like Bulmers, and I do like Magners. And then if it's not like a proper, what I'd like to call a girly cider, which is a fruit cider, Bulmers do a fantastic mixed berry one, but they're coming very thin on the ground to be able to find them. Sorry, they're becoming very thin on the ground.
He goes into quiet mode, which he doesn't stop talking, but he goes a bit whispery, don't you?
Well, I think anybody who watches our lives know that that's not the truth about I don't stop talking.
Anyway, let's see who else is here. So, Andy and Carla here, evening all. Hope you're all safe and warm and away from Storm Pier. Yes. Oh my God, we've just been watching some footage of the planes landing. Was it Heathrow or Gatwick?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Oh my, that was scary. I'm so glad that we weren't on there. Have a lovely Christmas all. Please, I hope all your plans go ahead as originally planned. Yes. So Nicola was here, even though first time comments on the chat. Merry Christmas all. And Kevin B's just said, it's a fun place to be. Always feel free to share. Yeah, you'll get to know if you come to our lives regularly that everyone chats and knows each other. It's a lovely community in the comments. So please just do. If you've got any questions, write them in there. Because if we don't know the answer, someone in the comments will.
And to be fair, the majority of the people in the chat, not all of them, but the majority of them are really nice. There's a couple of stinkers in there. You know who you are.
Jackie's saying, right then, Merry Christmas to all. I have my wine and look forward to the chat. Excellent. So Jim and Dwayne are asking, if Santa could bring you anything cruise related, what would you want? Oh, cruise related.
I'll tell you something. That's going to take some topping for questions tonight, isn't it?
What would you like?
Why have you put it on me?
I want to go to Hawaii and South Pacific. So if Santa could bring me a ticket to go on a cruise ship, to go to that part of the world I've not explored, and that's next after Asia, after our big trip in February and March, that is the next part of the world that I'd like to explore. So a cruise ticket to the Pacific would be
like
awesome.
Papiti and places like
yes.
that? Yes. Okay.
What about you?
I was going to say I'd like a new suspension setup for my Vauxhall Nova, but that's not really cruise related.
I suppose you cruise around the autographs track, do you?
Well, I do cruise right. I don't go fast. I'm just like arm on the window. No, I got to be honest. I'm very excited about South Pacific. Only so I can recreate some of the songs from there.
Yes.
You know, you can sing "I'm going to wash that man right out of me."
Exactly.
And I can do
the one with the really deep voice.
There ain't nothing to put on a clean white suit for. There ain't nothing like a dame.
Yes. So that's definitely on our cruise Santa list.
How many cruise bloggers do you watch live and they give you a bit of a song from South Pacific? None, I would say, apart from us.
Well, I bet a lot of people are glad of it too, Paul.
Yeah, I see. We've just lost 74 viewers.
Reese is here. So obviously, Reese and Catherine, Merry Christmas to you both. Merry Christmas to you too. Tony's here. Right then. And Merry Christmas from Aunt G. So Angie's also asking, QM2 Internet, do they also have pay as you go on the website, only phone pay per day prices? It's only per day prices now.
They used to have, say a long time ago, we're not talking 50 years ago, but maybe 2 or 3 years ago, they used to do this thing where you could buy so many, I'm going to say megabytes. Is that right?
Well,
just a yes or no answer.
Yes, I think
thank
so.
you.
I think so.
And what you would do is you would pay X amount of money and you could add X amount of megabytes or gigs or whatever it is. And once you use that, you had to buy some more. And what me and Carole did invariably is we'd forget to log off.
Yeah.
And we'd go on and we'd do about 2 minutes and we'd end up using an hour and a half's worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So they've now changed that and it is now a daily thing. And I didn't think it was
there
is a website where you can go on and it gives you lots of Cunard information. Oh, it's Paul and Carole Love to Travel, that's the ones. And Carole's just looking now.
I was just, because what's going through my head is I was thinking that you used to, when you go on the loyalty program for Cunard, you go gold, platinum, silver, etc., don't you? And they used to give you so many minutes. What they do now is they give you so many dollars towards a plan. So it's definitely not pay as you go. It's day prices, and for loyalty, you get money towards paying for that day prices. So, but like Paul said, visit our website. Our Cunard page has got so much information on there. Just Google Paul and Carole Love to Travel Cunard, and it'll come up.
I'm going to say with a massive disclaimer, Paul Morgan could be lying, is one of the most comprehensive websites out there for Cunard information, especially drinks prices, spa prices, laundry prices. Stop pointing at the screen. Wi-Fi.
I think, yeah.
So much information.
We get so many questions all the time. We try to answer them, obviously, on our website because that's what Google's about. So people search those questions. So we've got a lot of information there.
And what's great is we've got first-hand knowledge of the products that we talk about. So there's no like, oh, well, let's have a look at somebody else's website or do whatever. It's all our own experience.
It is. And Ken Croon's here. So Ken and Lindsay, good evening.
Ken.
Happy Christmas to you all. So love to see you guys
here. It's
not
too windy in the water of Bridge.
Yes. Cruising Gay's here, so nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. And Keith's also here. So hi guys, me and Christina have here. Happy Christmas to you and Paulie Morgan.
Oh, thank you very much.
Dawn's here saying she's looking forward to her New Year cruise on Iona. I know there's lots of people just about to get on Christmas cruises and New Year's cruises, so do have a good time there. Alison saying good evening to all and to the Morgans. Sue Wills is asking, where does Father Christmas go when he's not well? Oh, is that a trick question or a joke?
I think it's going to be a cracker joke. I'll tell you what. Does anybody know the answer to that one?
Put it in the comments because I can't think of where would it go? Don't know. Lots of people saying Merry Christmas live in the parks this year, and Darren, so thank you so much. And Tanya's joined us from Alabama. How cool is that? It still blows us away that everyone from around the world is on.
I wonder if she's got a sweet home there, hasn't
she might have. She might have.
Ooh,
Tom and Dom's in the house. Nice to see you guys.
Gentlemen.
And Anne's here as well, looking very festive. Thank you, thank you. And lovely to see Lou here. So, question, Tony, I've just gone past Tony. How as amazing was your cruise? We had a fantastic 12 days on Azamara onward. Obviously, it was a compensatory cruise because we had issues on Quest, and we knew that obviously our experience would be good because obviously of the history. However, we just could not fault a thing. And talking to all the passengers that we spoke to a lot to see if they had any issues or any problems. And we didn't meet anyone that had any problems at all.
I think the beauty of being on a small ship, I think there was, I'm going to say 645 passengers, give or take. And you bump into so many people over the course of that 12 days. You almost feel like, and you get people they go to a quiz, they sit in the same seat, they go to somewhere. So you almost, by about day 3 or 4, you can almost map out where people are going to be, even though you don't know them. And if there's going to be like a hoo-ha about anything, you will hear about it.
Yeah.
And it's like when we were on the Quest, which would have been exactly this time last year, our doom and gloom thing had already happened by this time last year.
Yeah.
And immediately lots of people are coming up to us because they'd heard what had happened. And they were like, oh yeah, and we had this happen to us and we did this and, and blah, 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 blah. And news
on the Quest.
On the Quest. News travels fast, good or bad. Bad usually travels a bit faster, but good as well. And we never heard the entire cruise anything detrimental. All we heard was
positive things.
Positive things,
yeah.
People singing the praises. And I have to say, like, it's hard to be completely objective, because obviously we were on there and they wanted, and their own words were, we want to show you what a great product Azamara is. And we went on there and maybe we had a little bit of special treatment, but not massively. But everybody we spoke to,
yeah, we're having a great time.
Had a fabulous time.
It was such a really great atmosphere on board.
It was.
If you went to the pool deck and got the pool, everyone's chat. It was a really happy ship. It was a really happy ship. So we had a fab time, and it was so lovely being in the Caribbean in December. So thank you so much for asking. Andrew's asking about excursions. When do excursions become available? We're on Saga in March. Merry Christmas. It depends on the cruise line. We'd advise just to make sure that you can log into your online account so that you've got access to it easily. And what we tend to do then is make sure our access is fine, because sometimes it can be challenging. And then we just keep looking every couple of days until they come out. So there's no set date, is there, every...
And if you're worried, what I will say about Saga is generally they're quite easy to get hold of, their customer service. So if you're worried, just give them a bell.
Yes, Saga are great,
and they will put your mind at ease. Because I know with Saga as well, you get some of the excursions are complimentary.
Yeah,
and obviously those are the ones that you need to get booked in probably earlier than the ones you have to pay for.
Yeah.
But if you're worrying about it at all, give them a ring and say, well, look, I don't know whether, I'm panicking unduly, but can you tell me? And they'll point you in the right direction.
Exactly. So, Tony's doing his ironing, watching you while starting for going on I own to the Med next week. Oh, enjoy. Susan said Merry Christmas and S936J. What did you think of the Village Hotel? We've only ever stayed in one Village Hotel. Can you remember where it was?
It was Basingstoke.
It was. We went to catch up with Travelblog Jamie and Mafu, and we stayed in a Village Hotel there, and we thought it was great. It was brand new. It was very modern. Couldn't fault it, could we?
As I recall, yes, it was. It was pretty decent, and they had a really nice bar restaurant area there as well.
Yeah, they did.
And they had a gym, a swimming pool.
Yeah, it was good.
Loads of parking, which I'm fairly confident was included as well.
It was. Yeah. It was good. So we would definitely stay in a Village Hotel again. Yeah. We have got a review on our website. So just Google that. Have a look. Yeah. So Andy and Kirsty here. Lovely to see you guys. Merry Christmas. We're all going to pick up our turkey in the morning.
Oh, well, Andy and Kirsty, when we said we're going away in our camper, we're actually going back to Whitemead, which is where we met the lovely Andy and Kirsty.
We did.
And actually went out and had a beer with them. So and they stayed at Whitemead too, so they'll know all about it, and they'll know what the crack is.
We've got a review. If you've got a camper van and you're looking for, particularly in Gloucestershire and the Forest of Dean, we've got a lot of information about campsites and that on our website too, which is what we did a lot of, obviously post-COVID. And Andy and Kirsty have also got their experience when they actually stayed in a lodge on their YouTube channel as well. So if you're looking for, because the Forest of Dean is beautiful. I know we were brought up here and we've lived here all our lives in Gloucestershire, but we're very biased, but it is a beautiful part of the world, and we're looking forward to spending time there over New Year with friends.
And anybody who says any different, I'll smash your face in.
So Reese is asking, well, more of a wish. Could Paulie Morgan sing us a song at the end of the live? Doesn't even need to be a carol. Oh,
well, that's
what Jay McDonald used to do on
I gotta be honest.
It's very controversial.
I'm going to be very controversial now, because I know a lot of people who like cruising liked the Jane McDonald cruising thing, and I got to be honest, I haven't watched any of the. Is it Rona? Something her name is
Susan.
Susan Calment.
Yeah,
Susan Calment took up. We haven't watched any of them at all. But this is just my opinion, and you're welcome to. I don't know why Carole's decided to put some music on to go on my story. But what I found about the Jane McDonald thing was it was more about Jane McDonald than it was about cruising. And what you found out is Jane McDonald's going to be in the best cabin. She's going to go on the best excursions. She's going to have the best treatment in the spa. And it just didn't, for me, had no reality to it whatsoever, because there's nothing that us, and to be fair, the people I know in this chat, is nothing that any of you would do.
Well, and then, elements of it. And
then at the end, when it's like, I'm going to mime now to some song that whatever.
That's why I was getting a bit of music ready so that you can.
I was like a mime.
No. We will see, Reese. Wait till the end to see if Paul goes into the song. I'm not singing. I can't sing.
It was Christmas evening in the drug tank.
Anyway, back to the comments.
Back on my tangent. When we were on the cruise, we got some Americans in the chat tonight as well. When we were on the cruise, Shane McGowan died, who's the lead singer of the Pogues, who sang what I thought was the universally famous Fairy Tale of New York with the also late Kirsty MacColl. So we were talking to some American people we were with, and I said, a bit sad about old Shane McGowan, I don't know who that is. So, Fairy Tale of New York. It's been in the Christmas charts for the last 30 years.
In the UK.
Never, ever heard of it. So I go up to Tyson, who was the Australian DJ on Azamara. Can you play Fairy Tale of New York for me? I don't know what that is. Oh, he said, but I am allowed to download so many songs during the cruise. They'll give me permission to buy it off iTunes or whatever if I haven't got it. So a couple of days later, she said, I've downloaded that song now. And I said, so you obviously listened to it? Yeah, listened to it, yeah. Did you know it? No. And they played it where they have the disco in the evening. They played it. There was probably 50, 60 people in there, because it was it's after all the other entertainments died down. And when you look around the room, to say it was easy to spot the Brits would have been an understatement. They're all like clapping along and singing, and then there's everybody else like,
"What's this rubbish?"
Because there's some quite strange words in it
There
well
is,
that have
very.
been sort of banned on some radio stations. So, Fairy Tale New York, have you heard of it?
Let us know in the comments below. So Jerry's just saying your Asia trip sounds fabulous. Yes, it's coming together. It's going to be, if it all comes together, well, even if it doesn't, what we've got booked so far
already is going to be
just
fabulous.
Like, woo! Yeah. I've dreamt of doing this, making me a bit emotional. I've dreamt of doing this itinerary and stuff that we're going to do for years. When I was nursing, it was all the thing keeping me going. When I retire, this is what we're going to do. And amazing. So Alison Burt said, I was on Iona last week, too. It was wonderful apart from the MDRs. Yeah, Iona does get a bit of rap, does it, for the MDRs? When we were on there, it was very mixed service and stuff. So it's sad to see that's not improving. However, the food options around the ship on Iona are pretty good. But
I have to say the Iona that we've been on there twice. First time 1,000 people because it was sort of coming out of COVID. Second time it was at capacity. And I love all their food choices, but I have to say, very, very underwhelmed by the service. Not that there was any, and I said I'm going back, but obviously we get new people coming on all the time. So I felt that the service was proficient, but it wasn't service with a smile.
It just lacked personality, didn't it?
Yeah. Like you go on and you can go two extremes because obviously we've just been on Azamara.
Yeah.
And you couldn't go anywhere without a member of staff saying hello to you, smiling, what you up to, blah, 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 blah. Fantastic. And also, when we went on Marella Voyager,
same,
which we love Marella too, it was exactly the same. If you want to walk from one end of the ship to the other, it'd take you about 3 hours because everyone's like, "Oh, you're all right then, having a nice day. What have you been up to? Where are you going for lunch? Did you see the show last night?" And
also on Azamara, because obviously tips and lots included with Azamara, and they have some really great deals and really competitive prices now, don't they? At the end, it was just so hard. Who do we tip? Because we want to do, because we always give those. We always take cash with us to give some extra tips to those that have gone above and beyond. And it was just so much, but we were happy to give it out, weren't we? And in fact, we were scrapping because we had to take some euros and stuff.
We used all our dollars,
all our euros,
and then Carole's had like a wad of fivers hidden in like a secret place where we keep our passports. Oh, we're going to get mugged now, aren't we? Well, no, don't mug us because she used them all, and we just put £5 notes in there. Because at the end of the day, people say, "What currency should you tip in?" Believe me, it doesn't matter. They will find a way of changing that currency regardless. What I do,
obviously, it's useful if you're given the currency that
where you are,
where they are traveling.
They will.
But
they will convert that, no problem at all.
Yeah, and often they send a lot of money home, don't they? Yeah. So that's fine. So Mark Williams is saying, "Merry Christmas." Ooh, got some Welsh in there then. See? Nandolig Lathwyn. Is that right? From Marcus, Sheila and Wrexham, able to watch the live tonight as not granddaughter. I think that was a really good effort.
This is the scariest thing ever. Carole can read a normal message written in English and she can't say it. Whether that was anywhere close to how it's supposed to be.
Let me know.
But I was seriously impressed with that.
Do you know what I was when it came out? I was like, oh, did that come out of my mouth? Yeah.
Hopefully we can get somebody Spanish on as well. What will that be, Annie?
I don't know until I read it.
Merry Christmas. What will it be?
Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
That's it, because we kept saying
Feliz Navidad.
Rebecca, I'm laid in bed with the dreaded virus. Have a happy Christmas. Oh, sorry to hear that, Rebecca. Hope you'll feel better soon.
Well, I'm glad that Carole read that out after we did the little cheery song, because that would have probably been inappropriate, wouldn't it?
And Denise is just saying, wishing you a fabulous Christmas from sunny New Zealand. That's another place on our. That's with the South Pacific package. That's going to be an awesome trip. So let's have a look to see if we've got any more questions here that we can.
Yeah, I mean, because in all fairness, what time is it now? So it's 7:30, and Carole's managed to get up to 7:03.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Love the Christmas theme. When are you going next? Just jumped in to say hi. Still at work. Asia in beginning of February.
But we might pop into town tomorrow. Just to have a mooch round. Oh, well, yeah.
Good question.
Answers in the that's
Yes.
Carole said, just remind me that I've written stuff down.
Yeah.
Now, if I said that to Carole, she'd say, write yourself a list. But she has written herself a list and questions she wants to ask. We had a bit of a torrid time. Our Sky, we're both with Sky on our phones. And to be fair, we get good coverage wherever we go.
We used to.
But no, as in Signal and stuff. But they're now turning into like a proper rip-off if you want to use your phone abroad. So as we go abroad a lot, can anybody recommend a carrier? Is that the right? A phone carrier,
Yeah.
a company that does a lot of where we can get a package where we can
For
get
worldwide.
a lot of worldwide roaming, more for using your 4G, 5G, because when you go on the hoof, you want to let's put a little story on.
Yeah.
You don't want to necessarily wait until
you
you get
Wi-Fi.
And we got properly stung.
Yeah.
I got charged £37 for trying to upload
45?
a story. No, it's 37 because of my £8. Luckily, I've got my
what Sky used to offer us has changed.
It's
the
changed
goalposts have
drastically.
totally changed, and we've been really happy with them for years. So it's very frustrating. So if you've got a package that's got worldwide cover for unlimited data, then please let us know, because that's why we're going to pop into town tomorrow and just have a chat with a few of the phone shops just to see.
And we definitely won't be having a drink.
Natalie said it's terrible Welsh. Oh, and Anne agrees. You need Welsh speaking training. Oh,
well,
it sounded good in my head.
Well,
and Ted says Feliz Navidad, and David Webb says Feliz Navidad, song by Jose
Feliciano.
He says,
she nearly said Jose Felicio, but obviously she wouldn't say that.
I
don't even know what that means. So Jose Feliciano, which is didn't he? Is Google Cloud? I'm seeing Google Cloud tonight. I'm just
scrolling down, so I'm see who we've got.
I'm sure Jose Feliciano did the original version of "Light My Fire" that the Doors covered, but I might be talking a load of baloney. But I know that the guy, the opera singer, who was on Strictly the other week with his granddaughter.
Bocello,
Andrea Bocelli. He's done a version of it with his son and his granddaughter, and it's lovely. So if you want, that's quite a nice thing to listen to if you want a bit of cheering at Feliz Navidad. And obviously now, because Anne said that your Welsh is terrible, that's going to make the meet up in London a bit difficult, isn't it?
No, she can teach me. Anna Mike can teach us. So that'd be cool. What I'd like to see in a shop, a bag with lots of compartments and store stuff. Okay, Dan, we've actually got some bespoke stuff coming, which has got a lot of compartments. But no, anything that you feel that you'd like to see in our shop, please do, because we're happy to put in what people want. Alex says hello from QM2 off the coast of Nova Scotia. Ah, have a fabulous time, Alex. I'm sure you will, because we love Cunard and QM2. Striker Maguire's in the house. Question. Merry Christmas, PNC. That's sneaky. But no, it's always lovely to see Striker here. And Catherine's here, so Merry Christmas, everyone. So Mark's asking, we are thinking of sailing Holland America to Alaska 2025. Can you do Club Orange from a balcony cabin, or does it have to be a suite?
You can. I'm gonna butt in here.
No, do.
You can pay extra to do Club Orange. So you can have a normal cabin, you can have an inside cabin, you could be stowed away in a lifeboat. But you can pay extra for the Club Orange experience, which will basically mean you get breakfast and evening meal in, depending on what ship you're on. On some Holland America ships, Club Orange is a completely separate, segregated dining room.
Yeah.
And on other Holland America ships, it's part of the main dining room, but it's cordoned off. So you will get the same waiters and waitresses every night, regardless of which ship you're on. It'll be you're either in the standalone restaurant or the cordoned off bit of the main dining room.
Yeah.
You can pay extra. I don't know how much it is. We have looked into it because we might be doing something in
2025.
But
I remember Dan did message and give me the price, and I've forgotten what it is. So Dan's not in the house; he's out tonight.
But obviously, it won't. What when you've got a suite, what it does is it gives you automatically gives you Club Orange, but it also gives you Neptune Lounge, which is you can't get in there unless you're Neptune or Pinnacle.
Or you get if you want to pay the extra. I'm sure it was it about $15 to $20 per day, or up to $25 per day. That's what's going in my head. But all you get is access to the restaurant, and very little else. And to be fair, the food on Holland America that we had elsewhere on our previous cruise on New Amsterdam was excellent. So would we do it? Probably I would save my money for excursions. But the Club Orange experience was awesome.
Fabulous.
It depends on what your budget is.
It's so good because
it is. It was fabulous.
You do get the same food,
apart from a couple of specials, isn't it?
That you get in the main dining room, but there is some extras. But if you went in there and said, "Oh, actually, I could do with a so-and-so,"
they would make you anything.
Could you not add that for me? They would.
I think if you've got dietary needs or you're a very fussy eater, Club Orange would be perfect.
Definitely,
because they would just cater to your needs. Holland America are great. We're tentatively, we've got something planned, haven't we, for 2025. Sweet Natured here, so lovely to see you here, and Nick's here, so lovely to see the guys from Pershore, just up the road from us. So let's have a look what we've got here.
We got Feliz Navidad from Guadalajara. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I? Should have made you pronounce that.
So what's his Fenella Van Villet? What a fantastic name.
Do you know, Striker Maguire, you were number one.
You were
in the best names. You just dropped down to number 2.
Thanks to you guys. Just finished our first cruise. Loved it. Rebooked another the day we got back. I missed you guys by a whisker as we disembarked from Explorer 1 in Barbados the day you arrived. Do you know, in Explorer 1, we were sat because oh no, that was St. Lucia.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
So
we were sat by, you were already off by then. We were sat in St. Lucia in a little restaurant looking at the Explorer because it was pouring with rain, wasn't it, in St. Lucia? We didn't have very good weather. I'm just looking at, we've got 82 thumbs up. If you're enjoying this live stream, there's 216 people watching. Make sure you give us a thumbs up because that tells people that YouTube, well, it tells YouTube that you're enjoying our lives. So Cheryl's saying, Feliz Navidad from Guadalajara. All the best in 2024. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Lou likes Anning cider.
I don't know.
You've never heard of that, have you?
No, I've not heard of that.
Janet's here, so love to see Janet. And Sherry's here. Americans of Sherry and Joe on board the Carnival Legend, cruising to the Bahamas. Oh, enjoy.
I think that would be, I'm going to go Kerry. Not Cherry.
Yeah, could be. Andrea's treating herself. Look, she's got hot chocolate with Baileys and whipped cream. Oh, lovely. Michelle's also here saying, hello from Cleveland, Ohio. Love your vlogs. Big fans of yours. You both bring me joy. Happy Christmas. Oh, thank you, Michelle. That's lovely to hear. So let's have a look at the next. Here's another question here. Let's have a look. So Sheena and Dave Harrell, nice to see you here. We're on a cruise to Alaska, August 2024. Princess Cruises said we can't book excursions till three months before. Is that correct? Or would you suggest trying to book direct? If
you've booked a cruise and you should be able to go on to the cruise planner for that cruise, and then it'll tell you if it says, and you'll go on and it will have all the things across, book dining, book a drinks package, book this, book that, book something else. And if you go on to excursions, it'll say, and if you're allowed to book it, you can book it. If not, it'll say excursions are not available yet. Specialty dining is not available yet.
Yeah.
So
you just have to keep checking. And going back to it. You can book excursions independently if you want. But we always wait for those excursions to come up to see how much they are and stuff before we look at alternatives. So that would be our advice on that. Arlette Sherry, wishing you both a fabulous Christmas. Thank you so much. So question, wanted to do Canaries cruise after Christmas, but wondering who you would recommend, either Marella Exploring or P&O Azora. We're big Marella fans. For me, if the prices were the same, I would pick Marella every time. However, it depends on your budget. P&O can be a lot more friendly to your budget than Marella.
And I've said this before as well, what's massively putting me off with P&O at the minute is obviously Marella. Marella don't do anything out of the UK, so you've got to fly. But they always use, ironically, TUI, people like that, don't they?
Well, they have done that.
In the past,
that we know that every time we've gone.
P&O have now gone down the route of using this cheap airline, where it basically, I haven't heard anybody say a good thing about that. The seats are terrible. There's no entertainment. There's no food. If there is food, it generally runs out. You have to pay for all the extras. And so when you look at the two prices, just factor in the fact that the Marella cruise will include all your flights and all your transfers, and it'll be on a decent airline. And the P&O, it might include your flights, but if it does, it will be on what I like to call what was it? I'm trying to think of what was that? Oh, St. Trinian. If anybody old enough to remember St. Trinian's films from back in the day, and there was one where basically they got on to go on a trip, and there was all boxes with chickens in, and chickens were flying around. That's apparently what the airlines like the P&O are using, allegedly.
I'm trying to just jump over those because let's just get that. So Murray's here saying happy Christmas, really enjoy your channel, thank you so much. And Sheena and Dave, we just spoke to, haven't you? So Jack is asking, what cruise ship would you recommend for Norwegian fjords? I was thinking of going next year. We've done it on quite a few now, because we've probably done it 5 times, and we've done it on Marella,
P&O, Cunard, Princess, and I got to be honest, they were all fabulous.
I think for Norwegian fjords, for me, is all about being outside and experiencing that cruising through the fjords. So for me, the best ship that had the best outside space was Queen Mary 2. It's got phenomenal outside space. Iona's also got outside space that's really good. Marella was fine, but it hasn't got the outside space that those ships has. And to be fair, Sky Princess is a beautiful ship, but it didn't have the outside space that Queen Mary 2's got. So they all offer something different. So I think it depends on what you exactly want from your ship. Are you going to be someone that's going to be outside on deck all the time watching the scenery? Are you more that you want is it more about the food? Is it more about the entertainment? So but whoever you go with to Norwegian fjords, it's beautiful.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
So Kelly and Doug saying, hey, I thought you guys were mad on cruising. Now I've been on my first. I totally get it. Already booked P&O Norway. Just wondered what found with P&O and TUI. I think the difference is, I think people are all asking, aren't they, Marella or TUI, Marella or P&O. For us, we love Marella because it's all inclusive. What you pay, you don't have to spend an extra penny whatsoever on the ship. The food is good. I say the food was probably on a par as P&O. It's got sort of from a mix from the speciality. You've got good options, and you've got main dining room, which is just good. It's not excellent, it's just good. I think from an entertainment point of view, P&O and Marella are very good. Marella, I think, tops it just slightly.
It's so close, but
it is close. From outside space, P&O have the bigger ships that got more outside space, but then they've got the more smaller ships like Aurora, haven't they, and Arcadia that actually offer that smaller ship experience. So it depends. I like Marella because flights, transfers, everything's included, and you don't have to worry about anything. Drinks are included. P&O drinks aren't included, so you have to think, right, P&O might be cheaper, but when you put all the add-ons of what you want to spend, it's which one is best for you, isn't it, from a budget point of view?
Yeah, because straight away, just to stay on that, P&O's drinks package is £45 a day now. So that's £90 a day for 2 of you. So if you're doing a 7-day cruise, that's the best part of 700 quid. So obviously you need to factor all that stuff in.
Yeah.
Plus, like we said before, flights, transfers, all included on Marella, not included on P&O. So Andy saying, give this video a thumbs up. Under 86 watching, 12 likes. We've got a few more now, Andy, but that's a very good point. Thank you so much for saying that. Carole,
so
still
please
4
give us
days.
we've got 114 thumbs up now and 226 watching. So thank you so much. So let's have a look. Is it Penelope is asking also, is it worth paying to upgrade the drinks package on Marella?
That's a really subjective question, and the beauty of it is is you don't have to do it till you're on there. You don't have to do it until the second or third day. So get on there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get, again, don't want to feel like I'm flogging the website to death. Go on our website. There's a really comprehensive list of the drinks that are available and the drinks that you have to pay extra for. Have a look at it, or wait until, well, have a look at it. Definitely have a look at it. And then when you get on, you don't have to do it straight away. You definitely don't have to do it before. And then you can weigh up, well, actually, I do like to have the odd so-and-so. Just have that and pay extra for it. Don't necessarily pay to upgrade. But what I will say is the Marella upgrade to the top package
is not expensive.
It's like £10 or £12 a day.
Yeah.
But if it's not the stuff that you drink, if you think, well, you know, I drink Foster's and I just drink the normal wine and blah, 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 and I do like a Baileys after dinner.
If you like top shelf stuff and you like your gins and things like that, and you want specific gins and specific cocktails, then I'd say yes, it is. But for us, because we're wine and sort of cider or whatever beer, for us it's not. We just sort of pay for the odd one if we want it. So Paul's just saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Really enjoyed your ventures and comments. Thank you so much. He's also asking, have you considered an expedition cruise to Antarctica, thinking maybe a bucket list adventure? We would love to do it. Well, I would love to do it. You're really on the fence about it, aren't you? Because you're worried that we'll pay out a lot of money.
It's just bonkers money.
It is bonkers money. And what budget we've got, we want to do the things that we've mentioned earlier before. If we get to a position where we're able to afford to do it and we've ticked off all the big ones that we want to do beforehand, then I think it will definitely be, because I know we spoke to obviously Gary Benbridge, we've spoken to Bob and Holly, Innocents Abroad, and we've spoken to Scott Eddy, and they all say the same. It's pretty life-changing, isn't it? It's one of those cruises that you said it's so hard to explain, but you come back there thinking like, because it's just such a unique experience. So we would love to do that one day, but it is just bonkers money. So let's have a look. So everyone's saying Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. So it's Friday morning in New Zealand. So hi, Julie. Thank you for joining us. So let's have a look. So I think we've talked so much about P&O, haven't we, and Iona. He goes to the Alf Centre. That's the answer to... Oh, dear.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah. Rose is saying about Saga excursions about 8 weeks before departure. Mark Williams is saying, have you sailed on Oceania? Where are they fitting against cruise lines like Azamara, Celebrity Holland? Mark, we haven't. However, we feel that they're a good comparison to Azamara. Do check out Ken Goes Cruising's YouTube channel and also Innocents Abroad's Bob and Holly, because they've both done Oceania and they've got information on there. But from what we understand, it is similar to Azamara.
Has Ken and Lindsay done Oceania?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have.
I knew they were going to do it, but I didn't, I haven't got my finger.
Oh, they're flying in the jokes now. Why can't penguins fly? Because they're not tall enough to be pilots. Oh dear. So Nassie's asking, have we cruised with kids, teenagers, and any recommendations?
Yes, don't do it. That's my recommendation. Not cruise with kids, not cruise with teenagers. I'm pleased to announce that my son is 29 and I love going on cruises with him. I've been on a few with him and he's booked on the group
We're
cruise.
not the best people to ask for cruising with kids. The Cruise Boys cruise with kids, Cruise Mummy. There's lots of other bloggers out there.
Cruising with the 4Bs.
Cruise with the 4Bs. And
none of them are on here tonight.
And Cruising with Amber.
Yeah.
But they cruise with kids. So do check those guys out because they've got some really good content too. So Ali B said, anyone else excited for Christmas to be over because it's close to the next cruise?
Can't argue with that.
And Maury said, hi, new to your channel, really enjoy it. Thank you so much. So Elaine said, have a good Christmas. So let's see. Lou's just saying about Susan Coleman, seems to be more affordable activity. She even sailed on Marella Explorer too. We meant to watch them, didn't we? And it was just so busy. She sings at the end too. Probably a Mickey take of Jane McDonald. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh. Catherine's dieting for her next sailing one. How much the Christmas festivities will set me back? Well, Paul put £11 on Azamara. I put 3. I've lost that now and more. I've lost about £6 now, and you've lost nearly half of it too, haven't you?
I've lost £6 now. So
yeah. So Susan saying Merry Christmas to all, and Kevin saying we Irish New Yorkers are well aware of Fairy Tale New York. Yes.
There you go, look.
Kevin's a proper bloke. Dave so much prefer Susan Coleman to Jane. I really like Jane McDonald. I missed her by by a 6-month period because she cruised when she got to fame on the program The Cruise. I was on a sister ship, and my friend was on the ship working as a nurse that she was on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd love to have met her because I like her. Paul just finds her a bit sort of over the top. Yeah. So let's have a look. So Ken saying, our service on Ventura recently was fab. The staff room singing to you and to each other while they're working. Oh, that's great to hear then, Ken. I think that's lovely.
I don't know whether it's Iona. And like you said, there was no issues. You know, they didn't come out with their thumb in your soup or
no, the
whatever.
service was good.
But if you didn't try and engage in conversation with them, they would literally come out, oh, there's some water for you, glug, 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 glug. You want a bread roll? They go off, they come back. They didn't tell you who they were. Every cruise, virtually 50 cruises now, and every cruise, apart from with the odd one or two, they come out. Oh, my name's Paul, and this is my colleague Carole. We'll be looking after you tonight.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. None of that. Unless you sort of really had to make the effort.
Drag it out of
you
them.
shouldn't have to make the effort. You should say like, well, come on, mate. You know, give me a bit more than that. You know.
But on our cruises on Marella, Holland America, and Azamara, that hasn't been the case because the service was superb. So let's have a look. Anne says she nearly forgot about the live because we had our Patreon live last night. Tony remains saying, thanks for the heads up, Alison. Been on Iona before, so know what to expect, but at £60 per person per night, they can certainly try for the MDR. I'll be happy. The thing is, that's a valid point, Tony, is it? Because there's so many bargains with P&O to be had at the moment. I think there's so many other options to eat around the ship. Then, you know, what you pay is, sometimes people pay a budget price and their expectations are so high. It's like you need to sometimes have a bit of a reality check.
And especially like on Iona, the food on there is fabulous. The Keys area where they got the fish and chip shop, the Asian fusion, and the burger bar all side by side is fabulous.
Yeah.
Keel and Cow, which I really like the format of you pay for what you want. So it's not a set price of like, you know, usually when you go to a specialty restaurant, it's like, well, that's 30 quid, mate, or it's 20 quid, or it's 50 quid. You go in there, and if you only want to have a starter, there's a £5. That's what you have.
Yeah.
Or you can have a steak that's, you know, we went on there, you could have a T-bone steak for 20 quid. So
or if you want to spend £4 on dessert, you can.
Could. So I really like that aspect of it. What I didn't like I said, we didn't experience particularly bad food, but it was just the service was underwhelming.
Yeah. Cruiser One's bit of he's going to try and ease him for his next trip. Yeah, I think we need to look into that too. If we don't get, I get a bit panicky about changing the sims.
What we're going to do with the sim we take out? What we're going to do? We'll just throw it over your shoulder, put it somewhere safe. Would be my advice. But you know. So Catherine's waving at Alex is on QM2. I'll be on it next May. Warren Wolf's in. I see you from San Antonio, Texas. Let's have a look. So Jerry's saying, if the itinerary was right, South Pacific, would you consider being passengers on a cargo ship? I would love to do that, Jerry. And honestly, because I've looked at that, and when I haven't looked at it, I must admit recently, but when we looked at it previously, it was really expensive. So, but it's something actually to revisit, because that would be such an interesting experience, wouldn't it? I know you don't get the glitz and glamour of the cruise ship and the entertainment. Really?
And stuff, but I bet it'd be a really, really interesting experience. What do you think?
Well, I mean, if they wanted any welding doing, because that was my former profession, was welding shipping containers. I used to make shipping containers 30 plus years ago. So I could always, you know.
Yeah, but definitely, Joe. But they don't stop very often, do they? So it'd be interesting to see what they do. I like the part from Rome and use the O2 pay monthly refresh package. Okay, because the problem is we moved to Sky because we've got lots of friends and family. We go to the Forest of Dean a lot, and the phone signal there's notoriously bad.
But it's better now.
But it is better now,
so,
and that's why we moved away from O2, wasn't it, to Sky? So thanks for that. That's very helpful. So let's have a look. Philippa's here, so let's see Philippa. So Cruising for One's just saying, for those who are asking about Princess and excursions, I just booked on Princess for January 2020. I was able to book diner, but no excursions or spa yet. I could also order the Medallion for my Jan 2025. I could book about 3 months ago.
Yeah, we never. I don't know whether you're in the UK or not, then, because we're in the UK. Every Princess cruise we've done, we pick our Medallion up at the port, and getting it mailed to us has never been an option.
Well, it's always been an option for the people in the US, and they rolled it out to Canada.
It's almost like you didn't listen to the start of
I was reading. Oh. Sorry.
So anyway, I'll try that again. So I don't know whether you're in the UK or not, but when you're in the UK like we are, it's never been an option to get your Medallion.
No, it hasn't, Paul. That's a good point.
Wow,
that's a good point.
Thank you for listening. Thanks for listening.
You're welcome. Mark by the Sea, or by Sea, is I'm thinking about booking my first cruise P&O. Are there any benefits of booking with a travel agent? Really enjoy your videos. Thank you and happy Christmas.
Yes, there are.
If you
book, no, I'd say no, you wouldn't listen to me, so I'm just going to talk for the rest of the broadcast. You might as well go on, clear off. If you book with a travel agent, I'm just going to throw a name out there, Dan. What Dan will do is he will always look after you. So if everything goes smoothly, you'll never ever appreciate having Dan on your side. But it's when you get an issue, that's when you're going to appreciate her. Because sometimes any of these cruise lines, or if you're booking with Igloo, Cruise 118, whatever these people are, you never get to speak to the same person twice. There's somebody, who is it? Oh, it's Brenda today, sat in her bedroom. Tomorrow is Jim, and you'll never get the same person. So once they booked you in, their interest is then completely dwindled. Whereas Dan, he's with you from start to finish. So that's the benefit. His details are available. I'll bet you Kevin, as we speak, is already putting Dan's details in a link somewhere in this
Kevin's
broadcast.
Not here today.
Kevin's not here today. He's busy. If somebody else could do that, that'd be great.
I put it in the description below.
It's in the description below. I don't know where that is, but it's below.
Anyway, Cruiser for One said the Sky Suites on Sky Princess really take away a lot of space on top deck. They do, actually. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And we've had a look around one of those Sky Suites, and they're a beautiful space, but still,
I didn't feel they were that impressive for the money.
Well, I think because you overlook the pool space, I just felt that if I would want a private balcony. Yeah. Now, I know you've got a private balcony at the back. You've got a little enclosed area, haven't you? But you're right, they take up a lot of space on Sky Princess. But we love Sky Princess because it's a beautiful ship.
But allegedly, if you've got the Sky Suite on Sky Princess, when they do movies under the stars, you get to pick one movie during that cruise.
Exactly.
So you could really annoy somebody and just have something that was rubbish.
Exactly. The Down Under cruise. Good day, America. This is from Down Under. Thank you for joining us. So Karen says, sorry for arriving late, being subjected myself to the mic. There is late night Christmas shopping. I know, it's mad, isn't it? No, safely home. Bears and watch my fave vloggers. Happy Christmas. Thanks, Caroline. So let's have a look to see what other questions we've got. David's brought up a valid point. Something to consider with cruise to Norway in the next few years. They're arresting certain cruise lines from World Heritage ports because of reducing admissions. Yeah, I understand that. Skaranga, isn't it? And there was one other port that.
If you touch your nose like that, does it make you remember stuff?
It does. But yes, that's a good point, David. So just check your itineraries. Natalie's asking, do all cruise lines offer free drinking water? No. Cunard don't, and it really frustrates me. You have to buy water on Cunard, and that really goes against the grain.
If you're talking when you're having a meal, they pour water in your glass, then yes. But
if you want water to take to your cabin,
water to your room, no. But apparently Costa, which we've never experienced, even if you want a glass of water in the dining room, you have to pay for it.
Yeah. But as Amara, we've just been on, we could have as much water we wanted in the cabin. We could have as much soft drinks as we wanted in the cabin. And we were only in a standard cabin. We didn't, it wasn't
At one time, we had 147 bottles of water.
We didn't.
Fridge, didn't we?
I had ginger beer because it was quite a small ship, so it was a little bit rocky at times. And you had Diet Coke, didn't you?
I did.
So, and it worked well. So Mark's asking, Tui Akin, we've done a river cruise and thinking of doing one. Would you recommend to Danube from Budapest. Yes, we would.
We've done that cruise, so it'll be easy for you to see our experience, because that again is on our website, and we've done videos as well. It is fabulous. And sailing out of Budapest, things I thought about. Well, Carole put a post on earlier. You need to know this before you do a river cruise. It's just surpassed 100,000 views mark on YouTube. And one of the things I never thought I would get is like a wow factor sail away like you get on a ocean cruise. You know, out of sailing out of New York, it just blows your mind. Same with Sydney in Australia. You know, it's mad. But the sail out of Budapest at night with all the Parliament building lit up and other buildings along the riverbank, magical, is absolutely spectacular. It's almost worth going just for that.
Go and check out our vlog series, Mark. It was amazing. And I would, if someone said, do you want to do a Danube cruise tomorrow? I said, yes, please. It was awesome. So James is here and saying, love watching your videos and always trust your honest reviews. Thank you. Canada and Alaska looked amazing. It was. Booked on the new Sun Princess for Feb, but can't wait. That looks a very interesting ship, doesn't it? It looks like they've taken the best out of all the princess ships, and I'd like to get on there, but we've got nothing booked at the moment, but we'll see. We'll see. So let's have a look. Any other questions? Oh, Dick's just popped in. Lovely to see you, Dick. Right then, hello all. Popping in a little bit. Happy Christmas to all. Got 35 more papers to grade and then find out for Christmas. Oh, well, have a great break when you do and have a great rest, Dick. But lovely to see you here. Mark's just saying, Carole, our very first cruise on Celebrity Century in October 1996 around Caribbean football. You missed me by 4 years, Mark. So I was a nurse from 1990 through to 1992 on Celebrity Horizon. So same class of ship.
Yeah, so you dodged a bullet there, mate. If you'd have been ill, I'll tell you what.
I was very good. I had very good reports. In fact, I won Employee of the Month. I did. I've still got the sweater. I'll have to show you when we catch you. I've still got the sweater, haven't I? The yellow sweater. And the Celebrity Circle of Excellence. So I did all right.
Standards were low back in the 90s.
Tina's saying, is anyone getting ads during the live? You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. That's a bit frustrating.
Yes,
Oh, we're getting ads, unfortunately. True chain selection for ads and lost control of mid-roll ads. Yes, that's true, actually. We thought that only applied to with catch-up. That's frustrating, isn't it? Bloody ads. Yeah, I agree. Bloody ads. But I guess that's how we earn a little bit of money. So, so let's...
That's just bonkers. Okay.
Cruiser for One said, I had a terrible time finding a good travel agent. I've tried 5 so far. And yes, pay attention, Carole. I'm in the US.
Hey!
Yeah, Ali B says, love to see you here. We booked with Dan from Ireland. He's fab. He is really good. And we're not just saying that because, well, we wouldn't just say that. You know, we've had some good and bad travel agents in the past and used travel agencies, not travel agents. We've not really had a bad travel agent, have we? The travel agencies, which we've been very frustrating. However, Dan is he saved us money. He does all the hard work for us. And it doesn't cost very much more. So why wouldn't you use a travel agent? More.
Sometimes it costs less, and he will always have your back.
He will have your back. And that's the big thing. It's great when things go right, but when things go wrong, we've had things go wrong a few times, and he's been there, and it's been amazing, and we wouldn't change a thing. So, Tom, that's interesting. Tom Adometry saying cost to charge except for the buffet where it's free all the time. How weird's that? Why would they do that? It's just strange, isn't it? So, Trees Veerwood is here. Merry Christmas from Holland to everybody. Eat too much, drink too much, and don't regret it. Exactly. Now, Ali's asking about a transfer company. Can you recommend a good transfer company in the UK? Flying into Southampton next year, I need to get to Portsmouth. So if anyone knows the answer to that question, we've never used a transfer company. So please do write that in the comments and help Ali out.
But again, if nobody can help you out, Ali, if you speak to Dan, because he can sort anything out from cruising to flies, stay, to hotels, to anything in between. And if he can't help you out, he will be able to point you in the right direction.
Yeah, I've totally forgot that YouTube used we can't turn ads off. Yeah, people are getting Morris's. I hope it doesn't turn you guys off. Tina's just saying, no, don't mention Igloo ever. No, Tina didn't have a very good experience. Yeah, lots of ads. It is frustrating, isn't it, when things aren't out of your control, but hopefully you've still enjoyed our live. Heather's here and just saying, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Yes, getting ads. Well, like I say, unfortunately, that's out of our control, isn't it, the ads? But we hope you've enjoyed our little Christmas live. We've had a great time, as always. Thank you so much for watching. If anyone's got anything to ask us, then please just quickly put them in the comments below. We're happy to answer that. You put your thing back on. So, but it's been a pleasure, as always.
So if anybody started watching and then they on the catch up and then they buzzed all the way to the end and I'm just going like that, they'll think, oh my God, he did keep it up for the whole hour.
But it's been a pleasure, as always. Hopefully it's been helpful for you asking us the questions. Again, if you haven't given us this is the other thing. This is why I wrote a list.
Oh, yes, I have. I've had a lovely time.
So I wanted to just say, we've got a new video out tomorrow. Our New York and Queen Mary 2 series starts tomorrow, and it starts with our review here of our 7-day stay at the Hyatt House Hotel in Chelsea. So make sure you watch that. And then obviously we're going to talk about our next video is going to be all about New York, and then it's about Queen Mary 2 and our transatlantic back to Southampton. So I know my mouth's really dry.
Yeah, so let's say goodbye to everybody. And
stop abusing the snowman.
Anyway,
Ted to say you to a hoot.
All of you out there, thank you so much for watching. We want to wish you a happy and healthy Christmas and New Year. And
to all our friends out there who are going through a difficult time, we know who you are and we love you dearly. And because Christmas isn't always easy for everyone, is it? So take care and we love you lots.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. And then Tom and Dom. Do you want me to say, shall I go for it?
Yeah.
Nandogalig Lathwana Bletham New Dada.
Well, no, that was just awful.
Go for it then.
No, I'm not doing any of that.
Anyway, that's the Welsh.
It was. We were going to end on a high, but it ended on that. So we'll see you next week. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.